What's up, friends? It's your boy Weeds Rebel here. We're doing the Jung Contrarian podcast today. This is an AFK TV original production, and I just want to say thanks for tuning in. And how's it going? I hope you're having a good day. Today I'm going to talk about how faith in religion or belief in God is not only wrong, but a bad thing. Many people would suggest that churches and religion is a force for good, offering charitable contributions to the poor, the homeless, offering solidarity and community every week, giving a general moral framework for society and other, positive things. But I would say that the negatives far outweigh the benefits here. And look, we should throw the baby out with the bathwater in this circumstance. I think it is so beyond time that we gave up on religion and we stopped trying to find the answers to life and death in these gaudy elaborate churches and in the golden lined pages of the unholy Bible. It's full of lies. And here's my argument. Okay, if you have been or could be conditioned, maybe since birth, like a lot of us are, to believe that God created the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh. Somehow he created light before he created the sun. Somehow he created man from a Jewish golem spell, literally breathing life into dirt, and then stealing his rib to make a woman. If you could believe that Jesus was born of a virgin, impregnated kind of, sort of, by God, and then Jesus walked on water to wine, fed 1,000 people with just one loaf of bread and a couple fish or whatever. Healed the sick, died for 3 days and came back. If you could believe this stuff, then you could be made to believe that Trump won the 2020 election, or that gay people are groomers, or that the Democrats are pedophiles, or that JFK Jr., a guy that died in the 80s in a plane crash, will somehow come back to life in Dallas, of all places, where his father was shot, and be Trump's running mate in 2024. This kind of stuff is psychologically explosive. The Bible is hate literature and does not have enough cherry pickable positive phrases or wise moments to excuse the genocide, the slavery, the misogyny, the bigotry, the homophobia, and just every other casual kind of hate within its golden lined pages. Okay? The Holy Bible is not holy, and belief in God is not just wrong. It is just fucked up. How I can argue that God does not exist and that Jesus is a plagiarism of the solstice event? Look, if you take any claim from the Bible, I like to look at Genesis a lot because there's a lot to take apart there. They make claims about the beginning of the universe. They make claims about God himself. They make claims about the beginnings of life, humanity, of man. And it's just, and they make claims. I think if you go on to like the flood story, they make claims about geology and about weather, and it's, you know what I mean. It goes on and on and on. They make many, many, many claims, and if you just take any of them at their face value, or look at it with the skeptical eye, you'll notice that there's just so many inconsistencies, so many contradictions, where it says A here and it says B here, and they cannot both exist in the same universe, but there they are in the Bible. There is a famous map that shows basically like a timeline of the Bible's verses or whatever, and then there's all these arches, these red arches, to where this point doesn't match up with this point. This point right here is a contradiction to this. This point here is a contradiction to this, and it's like there's like a rainbow of red just going all the way across. it's thousands of contradictions. But if you can be led to look past or believe these contradictions, these lies, these mythological claims, these magical things that are called miracles in that worldview, then, you can believe all sorts of political nonsense too. It's really, really easy. It's really easy to convince these people too. They're already predisposed to be gullible. They've already been taught to not question authority and to just, you know what I mean, just to hate the gay people, to hate the people having sex, to hate anybody who's listening to rock music, to hate anybody playing violent video games, to hate anybody who's brown or black, to hate anybody of any other religion, to especially hate atheists. Did you know this may not be how religion is sold or offered, but this is basically the selling point of religion is you're a sinner. You are damned to hell currently. You're going to go to hell and burn and torture and forever unless you ask for forgiveness. So basically, you can do anything. You can kill and rape and, murder, incest, and genocide. And I think I just said the same two things 5 different times. The point is, you can do any of that and just ask for a couple, just say a couple Hail Marys. A little Jesus, forgive me's. And you're good. The only unforgivable sin is unbelief. That's why Americans would vote for a gay president before an atheist president. So, what it really comes down to, guys, a lot of people would say freedom of speech, freedom of religion. This country, America, was based on the right to believe however you want. And while I will always stand up for that right, I, as an individual, cannot stay silent anymore. I cannot let the religious people just continue to believe in nonsense because look, a lot of people will say, as long as you're not trying to shove your religion down my throat, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't care what you believe. That's what a lot of people say. I don't tiptoe like that bullshit anymore. That's nonsense. That's over. That is dead. Religious belief is a parasite. It is a cancer on our society. It teaches people to be complacent about their life because there's always something better afterward. Okay? Heaven is like it's an obfuscation of your worldly duties to do something about the world here. And now it teaches you that there's some kind of, all-present being watching you at all times, so you're afraid to do anything fun or do anything risque because you might go to hell for it. God forbid you, go be a little bisexual or have some bicuriosity or, do some experimental drugs or smoke some weed or something. God for fucking bid. That we have natural urges and do random stuff, that makes us happy. And the Bible just is full of hate speech. The Bible is hate literature. Let's be honest. It gives suggestions on how many slaves to own and how to treat them and how to beat them. It suggests that you should stone unruly children. There are, Leviticus says that he who lies with another man should be stoned. They suggest in 1 or 2 passages that women be kept outside in tents while they menstruate. And while there is a lot of talk in modern conservative circles about banning abortion and abortion being baby killing, there's actually an entire recipe and suggestion on giving a woman a specific grog, like this mix of nasty chemicals to basically force her to abort the child to flesh, to anyway. It will fall out if the chemicals were right or whatever. If it was mixed properly, it was basically a chemical abortion, and that's in the Bible. So the Bible supports abortion as well as slavery, as well as misogyny, as well as genocide. I mean, how many times did God just say, "Hey, you want to go wipe those people out for me real quick?" Like the entire society, like like all the women and like children, like do whatever you want with them. Actually, you know what? Kill them too. You just God commanded genocide, thousands of thousands like that. Yeah, there was a I forget the exact numbers, but there was like they did a count, okay, of how many people did God kill and how many people did the devil kill in the Bible. Uh, God killed something to the effect of like 100 million people or something outrageous like that. Satan killed 6. Who's the real evil character in the Bible? I would argue the fair and just God, the loving God of the Bible. And then I don't know. We're at 10 minutes here. One more argument, huh? If the Bible is the perfect word of God, why did it need a sequel? The perfect word of God needed an addendum, needed supplementary materials. If that alone doesn't set off your bullshit meter as to the entire operation being a big old fat lie, I don't know what it would take. Thanks for watching.